Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of our channel, the meeting point for those passionate about technology, innovation, and the future being built now. I am Rodrigo.
And I am Milena. Today we will comment on and react to a fascinating content that has been circulating based on reports from Reuters and videos from channels like Impressionante Reality and Band Journalism, which compile these news. Remember, everyone, that at the end of the video, we will leave the channel name where we are analyzing the news so you can subscribe.
Before starting, leave a comment. If money were not an issue, what type of robot would you buy? To clean and cook? To take care of your children? Many people want a robot girlfriend. What would you use it for? Let's talk. Getting back to the news video, it's mind-blowing. China has inaugurated the world's first robot shopping mall.
That's exactly what you heard. It's not an online store, it's not a catalog. It's a physical shopping mall. A place where you enter, stroll around, and can buy a humanoid robot as easily as buying a new phone or a car. The news, as reported by Reuters, is clear. A newly opened store in China is selling humanoid robots to the general public. It's the normalization of the extraordinary.
And when we talk about buying as if it were a car, it's not just a figure of speech. The store's structure, according to what was investigated, follows what they call the 4S format, a model directly inherited from Chinese vehicle dealerships. It's a complete ecosystem.
Wait, Rodrigo, explain this better to the people. What does this 4S format mean? Because this, for me, is one of the most genius things about this whole story.
Certainly. To understand the 4S's, I will have to reveal the words with their meanings in English. The 4S's refers to sales, services, supplies, and feedback, survey. In other words, you don't just buy the robot. The store offers the complete package, a technical workshop for maintenance, a counter with spare parts such as modules and actuators, and even a trained team to perform customizations and software upgrades.
This is absolutely incredible. They are removing the biggest barrier to adopting such a new technology, the fear of what next? They are telling the consumer, don't worry, we take care of everything. If it breaks, there's a repair. If you want to upgrade, there's an upgrade. If you have a question, there's support. They are selling not just a product, but the confidence and peace of mind of a complete service. It is the maturity of the automotive industry applied to a technology that has barely been born for the general public.
And the variety is staggering. Reuters and other channels mention that there are more than 100 types of robots from over 40 different brands. We already have well-known names in the sector, such as ubtech Robotics, which, by the way, is the company behind the Walker S1 robot, the one Foxconn plans to use in iPhone manufacturing.
So, on the same shelf, you have everything from a robot that will assemble your next cell phone to one that, I don't know, could be your parents' household companion. The report talks about a range of products from small consumer devices around 2,000 yuan to high-performance humanoids that cost millions.
Let's put these values into perspective. 2,000 yuan is about $280. It's the price of a good smartphone, so the entry point is relatively affordable. But the ceiling is that of a supercar. And the text mentions a pearl. Among the iconic pieces, there is an animatronic of Albert Einstein.
A robotic Einstein. I read that and had to read it again to believe it. And it's not just a statue. The reports detail that it is an interactive replica, capable of talking to you about physics and explaining the theory of relativity in a simplified way. Imagine the potential of this in a classroom, in a museum, or simply in your living room. Hey, Einstein, explain that E equals mc squared thing to me again. It's the end of boring physics.
It is an unprecedented educational and entertainment tool. And he is not alone. The shopping mall offers other robots with different focuses. There are robots that play chess and adapt to your skill level. The excuse for not having a gaming partner is over.
And the robots that imitate pet dogs. This is a point that touches me deeply. Think of elderly people who live alone or people in apartments who cannot have a real animal. A robotic companion that doesn't need to walk in the rain, doesn't get sick, but provides interaction and companionship. This has immense value. Technology serving directly to emotional well-being.
No doubt, and the list continues. Robotic systems that play musical instruments that act as waiters. The great insight is that the customer's journey within this shopping mall is completely interactive. It's not just about looking. The impressive reality video describes this very well. The journey begins with a touch.
It's the experience first. The text says that you can try a robot dog climbing stairs, see a robotic barista make a perfect espresso in front of you, or ask a humanoid to guide you through an exhibition like a museum guide. And all of this happens in real time.
And there's more. The store team observes your reactions, gathers your preferences, and based on that recommends settings and even simulates real-world usage scenarios. They help you visualize how that robot would fit into your kitchen, your office, or your school's laboratory. It's a consultative sale at the highest level.
And when you complete the purchase, you leave with the service contract, a schedule of planned reviews, and guaranteed access to the parts. It is a structure designed with every detail in mind so that the experience is as natural and safe as possible. And to complete the immersion, the original text also mentions that even the restaurant of the place, the food court, is operated by robots, from the kitchen to the dining area.
And we cannot forget Arena Central, which hosts robot football matches and mechanical athletics competitions. They are not just selling products. They are creating a culture. They are transforming retail into a showcase of integration, reliability, and entertainment. They are normalizing the presence of these machines in our daily lives.
Exactly. The goal, as the report itself points out, is to make robots cease to be a sporadic curiosity and start to be seen as everyday infrastructure. And for this to happen, the technology behind it must be invisible and perfect, right, Rodrigo? What makes these robots look so natural?
Great point, Milena. The secret lies in the artificial intelligence layer. It's not just programming. We are talking about a combination of multimodal computer vision. They see and interpret the world in multiple layers, advanced language models for a smooth dialogue, and planning engines that convert a simple intention expressed in natural language into a sequence of complex and safe actions.
Being direct, this means you can talk to the robot as you would talk to a person. Please, can you bring me that book from the blue shelf? And it understands what book is, what blue shelf is, calculates the best route, avoids obstacles, and performs the task. It is low-friction interaction, as the text says. The humanoid understands you. The cooking robot adjusts the pot's temperature based on the aroma and color of the food. And the educational assistant perceives the student's learning pace and adapts.
And this leads us to the concrete applications that are already being offered. The catalog does not sell promises, it sells solutions. For home, for example, they offer compact humanoids for light routines, such as basic care and entertainment, and specialized devices that cook, serve coffee, and clean the house with contextual autonomy.
In schools and hospitals, the models focus on didactics and simple screening, easing the workload of repetitive tasks for human professionals. For small businesses, things become even more interesting. Robot dogs patrolling the perimeter, inspecting equipment, and even carrying tools. Collaborative arms that assemble, paint, and package products. And humanoids that act as hosts, demonstrators, and brand promoters at events.
What leads us to the strategic question. The opening of this store is not an isolated event. Reuters makes it clear that this reflects China's explicit desire to become a global leader in artificial intelligence and robotics. It is a power move. The local government plans to invest in the coming years a colossal amount, $137 billion in these two sectors.
It is a declaration of intentions. By inviting the public to touch, test, and compare, the shopping mall turns curiosity into adoption. It is an industrial strategy and, at the same time, a cultural rehearsal. They are testing and shaping the way society will coexist with these machines. The more tangible the first experience, the faster the technology moves from the pedestal of spectacle into people's routines.
And it is fascinating to think that although many of these robots are humanoid, designed to look and act like humans, replicating movements and expressions, the store also sells many other options. Variety is key. They want to have a robotic solution for every need or desire.
And returning to the prices, which is what anchors all of this in reality. The initial value of $278 makes the technology accessible, at least in its simpler models. But the existence of models costing millions of yuan shows that there is a high-end luxury market and extremely sophisticated industrial and commercial applications already in operation. They are attacking all market fronts simultaneously.
It is an impressive vision of the future, and it is already present there. We sit here imagining when something similar will arrive in Brazil. The entire concept, from consultative sales to post-sales support, seems incredibly well thought out.
Certainly. And that's why we find it so important to bring this discussion to you based on these excellent reports. The original video of Impressive Reality ends with an invitation to continue the conversation in the comments, and we want to do the same. What did you think of all this? Would you have a robot at home? For what purpose? A chef, a teacher, a companion?
The discussion is fascinating. We could spend hours here talking about the ethical, social, and economic implications, but the fact is that the door to this new world has been opened, and it was opened in the form of a shopping mall in Beijing. As always, thank you very much for watching us and for being part of this conversation.
That's right, guys. This video doesn't end now. It continues with us chatting in the comments. If you found this video interesting, I invite you to become a channel member and like this video. Up here on the top right, I will leave a video suggestion for you to continue with me.
Exactly. As always, thank you very much for watching. I am Rodrigo, she is Milena, and we'll see you next time with more news.